Hello, welcome to the weather update. It is almost 10 o'clock on January 23rd, 2023, and wow, what a miserable day it was today. Cloudy, we had the lingering light rain, a few snowflakes mixed in, but I don't think we saw any accumulation in our area. If we go to the New York weather page, I don't see any accumulation. Central Park did not receive any measurable snowfall today. So, yeah, there you go. So, that record is getting closer and closer, and all we got to do is get through Wednesday, and I think we will. And we won't see any snow at Central Park. And even if we do, it would be very little. The fact is, we are seeing the latest, probably one of the latest snowfalls on record, whenever it happens at Central Park. And you can see we already have gale warnings, small craft advisories, and plenty of clouds across the area today, as you see there. Just plenty of clouds, plenty of moisture to work around. It's very weird how it all wrapped around the system like that. Very strange to see that. So let's take a look at what we got currently going on. Oh yeah, here's the next system. You can see its stripe here. We're gonna have to deal with severe weather in the south again. You can see the winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and stuff around here. You can see interior New England also getting some snow out of that. But looking at our area, pretty much just rain for us, and you can see. It kind of hit me tonight. It felt cold. It was breezy and the temperature was 36, still well above normal. It kind of shows you how ridiculously warm it's been this whole winter. And we're seeing just more and more of this. And I have a whole other video we're going to talk about this climate crisis and how it's got to be my priority here on this channel. The environment has to be. I can't afford any more of these distractions because it's only going to get worse. And I've got to do what I can because there aren't enough people on YouTube talking about it. Even the weather people don't want to talk about it. But I'm going to talk about it. So let's take a look, see what your day was like at Islip. So it's 36 degrees at Islip. And you'll see here temperatures generally were staying in the mid-30s all day today. Light rain, light snow, a little bit of mixing going on. But it was just fairly light, but just a nasty day, especially as that wind picked up later. So let's take a look and see how much rainfall we got. I'm not even going to look at the highs and lows. Temperatures have pretty much been ranging from the mid-30s to the low 40s. Let's go look at our precipitation here and take a look at how much rain we've gotten in the past. We'll do 36 hours here, and it looks like most areas got over an inch here on Long Island. So let's see. Islip got 1.22, 1.07 at Shirley. A little less as you get toward Nassau, more like 3/4 of an inch. But generally 1.5 inches in most of Suffolk here. As you head toward the east end, it's even higher, 1.32 around Bridgehampton and Montauk, 1.59. So it looks like 1.5 inches. Some of those heavier showers got over the Forks. And again, it really poured last night and into parts of this morning, depending on where you were. Looks like 0.92 in the city, Central Park, and New Jersey. Let's see how they did. 0.40. So a little less in Jersey with the rain. Southern Jersey, anyway, further north, you were closer to those 1-inch amounts that we got. And, this won't be the only soaker we're going to see. Let me go to the climate statistics for Islip for today. And we will go ahead and look at our rainfall here for Islip. So we're going to look at our highs and lows first of all. So I want to show you that we were 7 degrees above normal today. All right. So even though the high was not that much above normal, the whole mean, because the low it didn't get cool at night, we haven't gotten below freezing. I can't remember. When was the last time we saw the sun? It's been like 5 or 6 days ago. So it's saying, all right, this is earlier on. This is before, I guess, this is the Monday observation here. It's only saying 0.40 fell because this doesn't count yesterday. But the month to date is 3.40. So now we're above normal with precipitation, and we're going to blow past that with the next soaker we got on Wednesday for sure. So that's just another example of what we're dealing with here. So let's look at the satellite. You can see obviously lots of clouds, but let's go to the CONUS view here. Show you all these clouds we've got here. And you can see, again, lots and lots and lots of clouds across the northeast. Sunny in the southeast. Here's the next storm. You're getting ready, and you can see all the moisture it's got to work with already. Let me go back to this, and let me get some regular observations here as far as station plots go again. and we will show you what's going on with our oceans, because that's kind of important. So the water temperature is 46 degrees offshore. Sea surface temperature, that is quite a bit above normal. So we're seeing these pretty big temperature anomalies with the seas. Very concerning. At this time of the year, I think we're supposed to be more like low 40s, like 41 or even 40. So to see the ocean waters this warm is definitely a concern as we head into the summer. And there's another one here. Another site here I wouldn't mind checking out. Yeah, this one right here. This buoy here. Let's see. Water temperature 47 degrees. That's just way too warm. Way too warm for about 100 miles south of, or not even 100 miles, 80 miles southeast of Nantucket. So, yeah, very disturbing to see. And again, warmer oceans also take up more space. So that's another contributing factor to sea level rise. Something to think about that you won't hear about from most other weather people on YouTube or on TV in this country. So let's take a look at the models here. And so here's our elongated low pulling out. We got a little high. It's going to build in, give us a wind dry day tomorrow. And then here comes the next soaker later Wednesday. And this is the question: will it start as snow? Will it accumulate? And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's going to happen, and why I brought up the water temperatures too, because obviously the track is over the lakes, onshore flow. I don't see any snowfall occurring in our area. North of the city, yes, but for us, it's just going to be a soaker. And then behind that, we'll get some, cooler air. But as we move this along here, here's another chance. But look at that rain. That means we're not really seeing any cool air. This would be our next chance here. This could be something, but this is a ways out. This is now in February now, all right? You can see it looks like it's trying to bring some colder air in. I'm not really going to go in the long range, but it looks like it's trying to. But it keeps pushing it off. Originally, it was going to be the end of January. Now it's February. You see what's going on here. All right. Meanwhile, we're still dealing with temperatures that are going to be above normal. So let's go and look at the HRRR model first for your weather as we head into the rest of this week. And tomorrow, obviously, no precipitation. Will be dry. And then here comes that system for Wednesday. And this is the tricky part. But this is why I think it's going to be rain, is because we have an east to southeast wind off those warmer waters. The temperature is going to be above freezing, and there's no way the snow is going to stick. I don't think Central Park season accumulation. I don't think Long Island season accumulation. I think it's mostly northern Jersey, north of the city, we'll see accumulation. Other than that, I don't think. And this is as far as it goes, but you can see around 7 o'clock, it is absolutely pouring outside once again with another soaker, that tropical feed coming right out right there, as you see there. So let's go take a look at, and again, we'll have more models to look at tomorrow night in regards to this system. But we can do the FV3 as well, which does go a little further. Let's take a look at the FV3 also. You can see barely any snow there, and that's because of those temperatures. Just north of us, we'll see heavy snow, but it's just not heavy snow, but moderate snow. But you see for us, it's just going to pour all night long, and then we get into this really tropical downpour stuff. Could even be thunderstorms here. I'm seeing a little bit of a V shape in the isobars too. So can't rule out thunderstorms, maybe even some strong thunderstorms. We're going to have a real big surge of warm air that's going to come up with this thing. All right. So let me go to the regular GFS here. Or should I use the FV3? We'll just use the regular GFS. All right, so the regular GFS looks a little different. You see it's showing a little more like right on the line there. All right. But like I said, I don't think we see snow. All right, I don't think we see snow. What we will see is plenty of rain. So let's start with the dew points and wind flow. And I will use the GFS. And then we'll look at some of the other models here, and we'll show you why. So here we go into tomorrow. Obviously, we have the west winds, northwest winds, fairly, dry air, partly sunny skies. You'll see why it won't be clear. But as we go into Wednesday, here we are Wednesday morning. We already have winds going to the east, southeast. And by Wednesday afternoon, we have a southeast wind. Dew points are above freezing. That's when the precip moves in. I don't think it's going to be snow with a southeast wind. No, not off that 45 to 47 degree water. Absolutely not. But look at what happens as we get into later in the evening. So you see, here comes this next tropical surge. Here we go. Midnight into Thursday. Big LLJ. Could be some strong winds at this. This is the potential for some severe weather as well. We're going to have to look at that. These are the dew points. So you can see it's going to get humid. All right, going to be a quick blast of heat and humidity from the tropics. And then, yeah, I know it's January, but this is the new normal we're in. And then the winds go to the west. Here we are Thursday. We see those westerlies come in, and this will bring us some drier air and maybe a chance for some clear skies. But you see as we move this in to the last days of the month, you don't really see any Arctic air yet. It's pushed it off now until we get maybe toward into February. You'll start seeing some of that maybe get toward us. All right, this is a ways off, but this would be cold air, all right, that we're going into the first week of February with. All right, so hopefully maybe we'll get a little more taste of winter. Or most of for this winter you get maybe 1 week of cold, and that's it. So you get maybe like 2 weeks of winter, and that's it. So let's go look at the air temperatures. So your air temperatures tomorrow will be above normal. We'll have highs in the low to mid 40s. I don't think we get below freezing tonight. And we don't even get below freezing tomorrow night, as you see, according to the GFS. So how's snow going to stick? Still above freezing here. Barely above freezing Wednesday morning, but still above freezing. Then for Wednesday, you see we're above freezing mid-30s. It's a cold rain, all right? That southeast wind, I think it's going to be even warmer than that. And that boom, here comes the heat coming in. Temperatures shoot from the 30s up through into the 50s, possibly 60 around midnight, again, with the chance of thunderstorms. And then here we are as we go into your Thursday, again, dealing with, marginally cooler weather, again, still above normal, mid-30s. And then as you get toward the weekend, then we start seeing some seasonably cold weather where we're actually going to be near average with highs in the mid-30s and maybe lows at night in the 20s. All right, here's Sunday. But then look at that one day and then bumping back up by Saturday again. So here comes the warmth again. And then, again, you have to move it along into the end of the month. And then maybe we start to see some Arctic air. That looks like some nice Arctic air as we get toward that. That's our storm right there. All right, that could be our next chance for a storm and some bitter cold behind it. But again, this is a ways now. If this would have verified, this would be sweet. Highs only in the single digits, so that would be February 4th. That shows a really good plunge right there behind that system. If that happens, because you got to remember that run-to-run variation here. So just before you get all excited here, let me knock this up here so I don't want to go into the long range. Before you get all excited here, look at that, below zero. That would be awesome. But before you get all excited, let's go to the 12Z run. Oh, it's not there. You see what I mean? So that's why I said it. Don't get your hopes up. It could be gone in the 0Z run. That's crazy. It would change like that. So, like I said, don't get your hopes up. It's possible. But I don't want to talk too much about the long range in this weather update. I usually save that for more like Thursday. But anyway, let's go to the HRRR. Right. Well, I know you're saying, well, why isn't he showing the snow totals? All right, I'm going to do that right now. All right, let's go to the snow totals. Snowfall totals. Total snowfall. And you can see barely anything for us. All right, this is, again, a low-resolution GFS model. This is the high resolution. Nothing. Let's go to the HRRR. The 0Z. Let's do 0Z HRRR. Run it to the end. Maybe a little trace on the North Shore. I don't think the city gets it. It's close, but I don't think the city gets it. I mean, maybe they get 0.1. I mean, I don't think that even counts. It should be at least an inch to be counted, in my opinion. But I don't think the city gets it. I don't think they get it, all right? And that's because of those southeast winds. So, again, looking at the HRRR, which did we do it? I don't think we did it with this. So let's go to the HRRR next, all right? And you'll see here, there's your wind flow. And, again, east winds, that's going to pull in the warmer air pretty quick, especially as the precip arrives. All right, so that's why I don't think we see any accumulation in the city as far as Central Park. If you're in the Bronx, bordering Westchester, you might get a coating. However, here we are Wednesday, and again, here are your temperatures. And again, HRRR does have it getting below freezing. Depending if we have a clear sky or not, maybe we get radiational cooling. We'll have to look at the skies in a moment. But you see here, temperatures, generally in the 30s, but then look at that. They'll shoot up later on at night. And again, we'll have a better idea of that later on. The other concern with this system, of course, is severe weather. So let's go take a look at that because there will be severe weather. If we go to the day 2 convective outlook, look at that. Enhanced risk in the south here, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida Panhandle, and parts of coastal Texas. surrounded by a slight and then a marginal. Again, this is January. We're not supposed to see this. Moving along to day 3, look at that marginal risk along the southeast coast. I mean, this is, again, not something you're supposed to see in January on such a regular basis. To see this is incredible. So let's now go to, all right, now we looked at that. So now we're going to go to the NAM. Let's go back to precipitation. We want to cover all of the models here in this weather update. We have the 0Z NAM, and so let's take a look at that. And you can see almost like a little secondary front there. But see, that's not really going to make it through. If you're further north, it'll make it through. I don't think we see any of that. There's some colder air behind that, but I don't think that makes it down here. So here's the NAM. You can see that little edge of snow there. Again, Wednesday is dry, but that it starts around 4 or 5 o'clock, the rain, and then we're going to see it get heavy as we get towards 7. It's going to be a real soaker. And look at some of this heavy rain and some of these echoes here. Again, a potential for squall lines and severe thunderstorms possible with this. Again, they're all most of the models are showing this possibility. We take a look at the amount of rain we'll see. I think 1.5 to 2 inches is a good bet. That's the NAM there. Total snowfall on the NAM, all north of the city, as you see, just north of the city. Let's go to the HRRR now. Well, the HRRR does not fit. It does not fall. It does not. We can't do the whole HRRR because it doesn't go far enough. Well, let's go to the GFS now. All right. You can see it's showing a little snowfall for this past system, and we didn't get it. So let's take a look at the total rainfall here. I think we'll have that agreement on this Thursday system here. So GFS a little less, but I'm thinking everybody's going to see at least over an inch with those downpours, wherever they set up. Mostly, I think Long Island is going to see a lot of downpours. It's going to be some pretty heavy rain. And again, thunderstorms are a good possibility because, again, if we look at the lift involved here, which is what we're going to do now. Let's go to that. Look at that dark red. That's incredible right there. And wherever you have cold air in place, that's where you could get some heavy snow in interior New England and stuff. And that's where they'll see the heavier snow. So if we go to total snowfall, if you're in New England, in interior, you'll get 8 to 12 inches, all right? But for this area, I don't think we see anything. Unless you're north of the city, maybe a coating. But even then, if you're really going to want to get your shovels out, you're going to have to be in the mountains, either the Adirondacks or at least past Albany or in the mountains of New England to really, get that kind of snowfall, I think. At least that's what I'm thinking. So let's go now, and we will see. All right, when will we see the sun again? Because it's been pretty damn gloomy, all right? We'll go to the RGM. All right, so we have some of the zeros in, but I'm not going to use that because we don't have enough of it in. So RGM is fairly generous with the sunshine tomorrow. Just a few high clouds in the morning, and then it gives us mostly sunny skies. But then you can see that cirrus streaming in, and obviously the clouds come in for Wednesday. And Thursday we'll probably have partly sunny skies. And then past that, that's when we'll have a chance to maybe have some sunshine here. If we look at the GFS, you'll see that is the day that we would clear it out. For some sunshine, maybe a little bit on Thursday, but Friday would be your mostly sunny day. After that, for the weekend, probably be dealing with some cirrus around. All right, so that's one model. But however, let's go to the FV3 high resolution model for our. We'll have to go to the 12Z, so I'll show you again those clouds. I think there's going to be a good deal of high clouds in this around. I think it's a little quick to dissipate it because when we look at some of these soundings. Let's see here. I know this is a sounding from here. You can see how close these are. A lot of upper level moisture. So even if there aren't clouds, you could have a lot of those ugly contrails filling the sky perhaps tomorrow with that. Let me go to one more sky model, and that would be the HRRR, which is even less impressive if you want sunshine tomorrow. Again, if we go ahead and look at this, that's why I say partly sunny, because I don't think it's any better than partly sunny. Here is the HRRR for tomorrow, 9 a.m., 11 a.m. All right, it's thinning it out. Looks a little better than the last run. So maybe we'll have a few sunny periods. I would say partly sunny, maybe with some sunny periods. Maybe. It is going to be the best day until you get toward Friday, probably. Obviously, Wednesday is going to suck with this another soaker coming into the picture. It's absolutely crazy, all these soakers we're getting. But again, you have warmer than normal oceans, which feed more moisture into these storms, and therefore they're stronger and produce more rainfall. And that is what we're seeing. And if we just go and have fun and we go to the GFS, we take a look and we say, well, when are we going to see a decent snowfall? I'll just run this through here. And we have to go all the way till here we are, Saturday, June 30th. Here's the record, past the record. We would have to go to that system as we get toward February, and that system could give us a foot or more of snow if that would have verified. But you've got to remember, just for fun, let me move this to the 12Z. Run, and it looks a little different. And actually, let me move this back a little bit here because this is like ways. You can't get associated with these, addicted to these long-range runs. But it does look better for February. It looks like we might have a shot at actually seeing some winter weather when we get toward February. That's all I can say right now. I don't really go into the long range too much, but it's encouraging to see some of these models put some snow on the map here for sure. And again, this next run here really gave us a lot of snow. All of a sudden, we'll just dump 20 or 30 inches of snow. That could happen. I don't know. But it does have us very cold throughout the period, and it would have put us into a deep freeze for a number of days. And again, like this. This is exactly what we need here. Look at that, below zero. That's what we need. That'll kill off the southern pine beetles for a little while. That would take care of them for sure. That's what you need. You need a good, couple of days at least where it's below zero. Yeah, we had that outbreak in December, but I mean, you need a couple of Arctic outbreaks each winter. But again, don't get your hopes up. This is just one run on the model, well over a week away. And again, every model has its own opinion on this, and that far out, we just don't know. But hopefully, there are signs that winter may try to pay us a visit in February. But as far as January goes, January is shot. So, thank you for watching this weather update. Have a good night. Enjoy tomorrow because we got another soaker on Wednesday.